In the corner, you have Flammus way back at that first train, just peering towards lower ramp, and there's no sound on the map. Just now, Virtus.pro have pushed Ivy. They've got the information. A third player is rotating over. He's going to miss the timing, but they're playing passive anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Well, they have a lot of great utility down for Kaon, so that allows Udrix to move forward. He's going to take Electronic out of the equation, and Shush was so deeply pushed into the B bomb site that Fame was just confused. So ends up being Flit and Icy. 2v4 in this situation. Bomb planted in the middle of the site. Udrix on the flank around the back lines. Wrinkle's going to start taking the straight up duels against Icy, leaving the flank to take the final kill. So NiP, they lose one player, but a really cool executed pistol round into the B bomb site has paid off.
It was lovely.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It was like Spawn, who else was in it? Heaton, Potty, obviously, at that time. I think Fister and All were in the team. Yeah, it was a cool little thing to see them do. But yeah, now we're here. Now we're here 20 years later. Snappy's going to mow them all down with the MAC-10, make some money. Beautiful quad kill, nice and easy, and 2-0 for NiP.
All right, finally we're going to get that buy-in for Virtus.pro. One kid, so keep eyes on that. It's on Icy. He's only got a scout in this round, so he wants to get the sniper out, but he doesn't have enough for the big green gun, and it's a quick team main play here from Wrinkle. He's already out red. His teammate's getting tagged up by that CT scout, softened up Wrinkle into the attack. His teammate's following up. They might just go through or around the left side of that sandwich smoke. Flammus is aware of that possibility. Drops Udrix. Shoots the respawn 1-for-1 inside of the site. Smokes her up, keeping eyes busy as Flit tries to flee, but Shush and Wrinkle coming in with a double kill. Scout gets one kill for the back of the site, and now there's a chance. As Shush gets up on top, he's only got 7 bullets left. He needs to be quick, and he gets that kill on Fame, and it's all on the scout that gets caught inside of Hell, and Wrinkle eventually.
So 3-0 for NiP. Remember, this is a bit of a punish pick. Virtus.pro only played Train once in the past 3 months, so NiP certainly feeling like they got the edge here, and they've got the hot start on top of it all.
Oh, well, 5-7
yeah.
To the dome. Udrix going down initially. Snappy to trade it. He's going to continue to move out, but Flit, blinded. Still alive.
What?
How has he come away with that? How has he got another one? How do they win that? Virtus.pro on pistols suddenly in the chaos of the smokes come out on top and get their first round win. That's crazy. 5-7 is so good, man.
5-7 is a spicy pistol. It certainly is.
Well, money's good now for VP all of a sudden. Got AKs picked up off the ground. AWP out. For Icy, but it's all about Wrinkle Sniper as he just charges into the B bomb side as the front man of the attack. Fame was the only B player, and he's gone.
I don't even think you can go for this. I mean, you take that calculated risk as Wrinkle as well off that pick. You can see the way he's spotting. You know he's just got a piece of utility to drop, and there's no one else at the bomb site. So good push from Wrinkle. And now, if you're Virtus.pro, you're feeling very stuck. Galil is going to hold that AWP pinned down over in Ivy, and the AK-47s are going to find the rifles at the end. Udrix with another, and now Icy's got to battle for his life, and he can't do it. Hard swing, and the ult is recovered, and NiP in complete control.
Dude, they just kind of slightly trip, but they immediately jump back up and sprint again, because that is crazy from Wrinkle.
If you're Snappy and NiP, you're probably sat there and you're like, you know what, let's give him like 2 to 3 rounds per half, where he just gets to call a play where we let him go for an aggressive pick. That's one of them. A little bit of a risk with that peek from upper, but this time he nails the opening kill and gets a free round off the back of it, including the complete wipeout. So Virtus.pro with peanuts in the bank after this investment.
And throwing everything they've got at this. Could be a chance to respond here for VP. It's Icy to kick things off. Fame with a second kill. So VP up 5v3. No trades. In fact, it only gets better for Virtus.pro. Another kill from Icy Sniper, and that investment pays off.
Yeah, that's a great response from Virtus.pro as well, and Icy with the AWP. I don't think NiP expected them to have the AWP. I think that punish is a little bit of a surprise for the NiP offense. I don't think they expected that weapon to be in the field of play. So Icy gets a couple easy ones, and the nice thing about the AWP finding you those opening 2 picks and the M4 getting one on top of it is you get a clean round off the back of it. You can upgrade to some AK-47s, but nobody's gone down for Virtus.pro in a round where their money was on the ropes. So very nice from the CT side, and we reset into round 7.
Been already a pretty good T side from NiP. Could continue to get better and better as this half goes on, as they are 5-2 up, likely to be leading 6-2 in just a moment. Here comes Snappy to try and help that out, but might go against them now of Electronic and Flammus alongside Icy. We've got 3 kills in for VP in the blink of an eye, and that 6th round just seems like a dream.
Really good sequence there from Icy, even though he smoked off the wide Molotov to prevent the swing, to kind of narrow the angle that NiP has to work with, and the spam through the smoke on top of it all. That's a perfect little piece of defense. Wrinkle does find a pick, brings it to just 4 Virtus.pro players. There's 40 seconds on the clock, but 3 players setting up a 3-man crossfire on this choke point.
Well, there's Flamus following up here for Virtus.pro, leaving just Wrinkle around the corner with 28 seconds left, starting to retreat further and further back.
And this looks like it's just going to be a split 2 Ivy, 2 Pop Dog, and see what you can get out at the A bomb site. Op over in Ivy on the op of Wrinkle.
Under a minute left. There's Doss. Oh my god, another big kill from him. That's Flamus going down. Electronic to trade it out. Snappy wasn't ready for that, but oh my god, the timing for Electronic to peek out again, just as Shush was considering the site player. Electronic walks out, catches his head, and now VP should be taking 2 rounds in a row. It's about to be a 5-4 scoreline. They're closing this gap. There's Doss trying to make the most of it. Final 30 seconds, leaping out, and Wrinkle connecting his 1 shot, but it would be a spectacular, almost impossible clutch. He would have needed to land that millisecond shot, but couldn't connect it, so is retreating now back to safety inside of Ivy. He looked for the approval after screaming. He's like, is that good?
He's like, is that okay?
Am I allowed to do that?
Well, remember too, when he joined the roster, it was like, you know, there's an energy guy coming in from OG who's like, we know he can bring that, and it seemed at the time like VP really needed a player in that capacity. Fast-paced, out team mid, trying to force themselves around the smoke. They meet the op of Icy.
Dude, look at this, kissing us out of the smoke. Shush! He gets past. He gets into the smoke. Electronic knows, though. He's clocked him. Will Shush to be able to do anything with this? His teammates in fights. He actually gets away. Flicks to take Utrox down. It's looking good here for VP for a 6th round victory. Snappy and Shush looking for the escape plan as the bomb is making its way to B. I think VP's starting to realize they might have been able to get out of there and get to that B bomb site, so they start sending the rotation back. Electronic just looking for that.
It feels now, looking at this score and going into this halftime, where I think that the conversation is about, like, you know, remember, NiP picking this map a little bit of a punish for how little it's been played by Virtus.pro once in the past 3 months. And I
we
feel
casted that one. It was back in Bucharest.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
That was the one where Electronic got mad at everyone.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah, it was on trade.
Nice. Well, I mean, I think for Virtus.pro, you're like, okay, well, we just saw you shake the Rust loose for the first 5 rounds. It was like 5-1 at one point, or like, you know, whatever it might have been. First 5 rounds, then you trade back and forth. This CT side has built up now, and now they start feeling really comfortable. All that rust has been shaken loose on train, and now Virtus.pro is just destroying and dismantling this attack. Bomb's still lined up looking towards box halls, so they've got some options available to them. This could be a fake and a fallback to Pop Dog to attack with Snappy leading the way. I think you can see Arizdos with utility lined up towards the trash bins. It could be a fake outside into an inner hit. Let's see what Snappy's going to pull the boys into. It's a fake outside as he dedicates himself to the cause, but nothing quite yet. There's the trade inside, and now the bomb site overrun.
Now look at this play. Now Snappy turns into a lurk, and he's got a double. Great work from Snappy going into the connector. Icy trying to get back through that smoke. No way he could have moved forward. So last round of this half, and it looks like it's going to be a tied scoreline.
What a cool call for Snappy to tie things up. What a call to make. To call yourself as the fake. Really, really good positioning as you come back into it. Nicely done. Arizdos cleans up the final kill. 6-6 with a little bit of tactics thrown in the end by Snappy and NiP. He's got a big smile on his face. That's a huge lurk through the Z smoke. Yeah, that fake was never going to work. When you see him turn that corner and there's no one showing themselves from Virtus.pro's defense, you're like, oh, this is an awkward situation, but Snappy still finds a way to have impact.
Yeah, he pieces it together.
Pissed around live in the second half, and it's faster pace from Virtus.pro. Looking like an inner rush, and Snappy's going to have a lot of attention.
Julies, let's go! Unleashes the beasts, but nothing. Absolutely nothing. As Shush has to step up in his stead. Fame and Shush going tit for tat, but it's still a 3v3 at that bomb. Makes his way into the site. Still stuck in heaven. In fact, there's a flank coming in. The Jewel Berettas around the backside, but it's dealt with. And that's the escape plan now. You've opened up the escape avenue, so they run right through, leaving Fame to keep the pressure on the 2B players. And that bomb is going to go down in the A site at a minimum, confirming the force buy for the second round. And Fame, he even makes it away.
Yeah, that's... Oh, it's almost like the defense was too good. They stopped Virtus.pro too cold. And Arizdos never got the information on that flank. He tries to go aggressive with it. They've turned around to look at him. Brutal start. Good one from Wrinkle. And this is pretty much an even 2-on-2. Wrinkle at 11, Electronic at 24.
Yeah, but you want Shush to move forward a little quicker than he currently is right now. He's got a lot of angles to clear, but he needs to get into the site. There you, oh my god, they line up! And he comes away with both headshots! Great work from Shush to get back into the pistol, and NiP flip it back in their favor.
As if he finds the high HP player first, the one in the back drills him, and Electronic left in the open with no, it wouldn't have mattered. A headshot, a second one for Shush. So what a great pistol round. Quad kill for Shush. I think they want to wait, obviously, for a footstep, a sound cue, but utility flying over the wall, I think, is the signal they're waiting for.
There's the flash. There goes Ujerks into the peak. It's going to be Flammus to fall. 25 seconds. Here's the swing. Ujerks getting one. Icy to trade it back. 20 seconds on the clock. VP a player down, but they need to move. And that bomb is so far away that it might just be over already. With that flank coming in, at least Fame gets the pick. But yeah, the bomb is just not near the rest of the attack, so it has to be a safe call here for VP. Yeah, Snappy's pushing into Pop Dog as well. He's going real fast on this play. He's used it a couple of times in the half already. Looking to make the most of it again. Let's see, it's a slightly different angle from Snappy where he's not detecting the early information. They have to peek him for it to be effective, and that is exactly what happens. Snappy could get a second offering here. He knows they're coming towards him. The 2 AKs gets a dink. That's going to be good enough. So he gets a kill on pretty much 90% of one. Smoke is in a connector. Now his Dot's going to play Thomas. Here comes the peek. The FAMAS. Head down. Flash in the sky. And Shush getting blinded by it. Does to take his head down for just a second. But as he peeks it back up, it's damage done to the Heaven players. Grenade going in. Not going to take a kill, but it's damn close to it. Shush will clean up instead with bullets. So we're looking at double figures for NiP as they're getting to the end of the line here on trade.
Yeah, Virtus.pro not even able to get into the bomb site there and get a bomb plant. They would have loved the extra bonus money. It's just not available to them whatsoever. NiP's defense looking strong to start, and Shush is continuing to have just a monster game. Nice kill from Ujerks. Flammus outside for quite a long time. Not able to find any clean fights or clean kills, but this is just Shush at the end of the day. The play from Snappy gave him all the information.
97, can you dive? Thank you. Good fucking call, Mark.
97.
Snappy just having a conversation with his opponents. He's like, please just die.
Well, they're dying pretty quickly at the moment. It might just be a dead map here as NiP very close to victory on train. VP losing the opening kill. Wrinkle on the double kill. Flit and Icy picking them both up. And we're looking at a 5v3 map point staring at us in the face.
Yeah, man. Shush is going to get all the flowers with some of the rounds he's had and the amount of times we've called his name. But Wrinkle's AWP has really started to pick up too. It's got some momentum in the second half. Now that we've switched over to the CT side, been really impactful with it. Nice double kill here. And once again, it's another triple kill. Make it. Oh, a chance
to make it a quad
kill. Go for 4.
Yeah. There's a fourth right around that corner.
Yeah, be greedy. So we're going to get an extended save from Flammus and Fame. NiP looking to take this map, as you mentioned earlier. Dust 2 is going to be the second map of this series, so we'll switch over there. Good kill from Fame at the end. It's not going to change a damn thing as Shush shuts him down before anything can begin.
Right, Dust 2, that's VP's way back into the series. It's their map pick. It was a punish pick, as we mentioned, Train here. We haven't seen VP play all that recently at all, just one in the last 3 months. So NiP making sure that they make this in the veto. But Dust 2 should be a different story. VP going to be much more comfortable there and not going to have to battle a very slow start. They're actually going to have some level of comfort on the T side, you would imagine.
You would imagine, being the operative words in that sentence. They're doing a lot of heavy lifting. Well, NiP have their aggressive defense set up at the start with all their smokes in the choke point, but as they fade and now as they've run out of utility to cycle through, they're going to do a swap. The M4s fall back, go passive. The AWP on Wrinkle steps into Pop Dog. And he'll be able to swivel as well, but it requires those M4s to stem the tide of attacking players out T-mid.
1 for 1, at least VP able to trade back immediately on that opening kill. Not a story that has been had in the previous round, for example.
I mean, you can see the stress on Wrinkle in that position, though. It's an interesting swap of positions. And we'll hold the phone on that because Snappy is getting frisky. Taking a big risk himself, and it's not going to pay off. Great damage. Information that it's only one, that it's only a lurk, so the defense doesn't have to budge, but a kill that he definitely thought he should have had.
Yeah, well, Ujerk's able to follow up here. and make sure that it doesn't really matter. He's got a double kill towards teammate. Flamus getting one pick, but they're so low on health. These last two VP players are the walking wounded, and they're going to try and get out into the site. But Utrox is ready. He'll not take any of them. In fact, it's Shush. And we talked about him as the star of the show in this second half. Well, he looks to close it out, and he'll just go into the open and win it with a headshot. A 13-6 map win here for NiP in the opening game of their tournament here in Astana. And it did not look good in that second half by any means for VP. A 6-6 first half.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
They're showing both ideas and not letting NiP get comfortable that either one of them is coming.
Yeah, well, that is going to drag Arizdosa away because he has to consider the fact that he needs to be ready to go through CT spawn. But here goes 50 seconds. Here comes the final play. And it's going to be VP with a long lurk, but a short thrust into the site. It's going to be Flamus and Wrinkle going tip for tap, but Flamus stepping up and putting VP in the better position. Snappy going to check that long side. 39 seconds left. Plant being put down here for Icy.
Yeah, but Snappy made a footstep. So, I mean, they know there's one out long. And you can see that's exactly why Flit just backs all the way off. He's like, I actually don't need this engagement. So there's nothing NiP can do with that piece of information that Snappy's at long. There's no retake available to them.
Flamus waiting. Shush. Oh, goes down. Flamus is having one hell of a pistol around here. Nice shot from Ujerks. He couldn't get the second. And he's now caught in the open on the reload. So Flamus not stopping. He's got 4 in this pistol round. He's stepping up for the ace. He's coming for it. And Snappy taking body shots from the site, but it's Flamus with all 5.
Yeah, brilliant pistol round. Really well done. Extended across the map, and that's a nice piece of trickery. Eventually, we're going to see a better Virtus.pro. Look at the way Electronic's able to work the map and here on Dust 2. Get catwalk control, fall back, throw the mid to B smoke, force the rotation, and then you've already got the positioning of catwalk. And those are concepts they just don't have on train yet. Is that like getting this piece of map control allows me to activate this a little bit later on, gives me this options. Here on Dust 2, they work it perfect.
They should be high-fiving you. Flamus, that was all
I know, why
5
is he telling everyone else they did a great job? You got all 5 kills.
Someone tell him he's doing a great job. Electronic is in the opening kill, so someone else from VP on the score sheet.
There's one flashbang on Wrinkle. But it's all about the low HP, and if NiP can find Icy and Electronic on the cross.
Another shot for Wrinkle. Oh, Flamus putting his head down, but not aware there was a gap at the start of the smoke. Sarah's Doss now stepping up, but not going to be too sweet for him. As Fane comes down to the AK, it's Icy to battle back with the scout. Another shot from Shush, and this round's still on for the CTs. Very much still on. You mentioned the low health on some of these VP players. Well, Flit is one of them. He's moving up into the site. 20 seconds. And oh, he's gone. Deagle to the head. It's all about Icy. And with 15 seconds left, it's got to be heroic. And he's got one shot. Needs the second. 10 seconds left. And he's got it. Icy saves the day here for VP, but it's so damn close.
Dude, after all the shots that are hit with Deagles, the fact they can't clean up Icy with 9 HP remaining is insane. Yeah, but can you build upon it? You really need this M4 to get activated in a good place, and not a bad spot for it. Boosted up on the box. You've got Deagles as well to be just extra harassment. There's a jiggle. There's another one. I think it's been spotted out. Virtus.pro, they come right back to it with the second player, but the push has already been activated.
Okay, nice couple of headshots here for Flit and Icy. Hoping that it's going to be a B player activity because that's where they have their players and the tag. But yeah, B bomb site. Looks like it's actually the option here for VP to go into a smoke on the cross.
Where do you choose to fight if you have this M4? Like, if you fight now and get like a double kill, they just run away. Like, you almost want them
20
to come
seconds,
to the doors.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want them to come closer into the site. Limited time. It's going to cost VP here Fame. Oh, he's taking his teammate down. And so there's a real chance to get into it. 10 seconds. Second headshot this time for Fame. It's onto his opponent. And that rifle gets eliminated. So Whew, low on time, but they went on elimination.
Yeah, again, no panic though, right? Like, yeah, there's 10 seconds, but no one's really feeling the sting of that. No one's really feeling the heat of the time running down. Still kind of on top of things, in control of the situation. Everyone chill, throw your Molotovs into position, and this is a nice, easy round. Good cleanup. Good recovery in a 4v5 after losing a kill like that to Snappy for free. Able to come back in a win against the weaker weapons. So NiP gonna buy right back up into round 5.
They're not slowing down.
Yeah, they heard long utility from the defense, so they want to take advantage of the lack of presence over on Catwalk.
Snappy's about to have a rude awakening.
Yeah, he is. Oh, they're so happy. That Molotov lets them know they beat the timing.
Oh, my God. It's Snappy running back into the site. Grenade going to try and go over the top.
Beefy.
It's going to be very beefy, in fact. Everybody taking damage from it in some way. Spam going down to the smoke. Snappy trying his best to slow this down and delay, but he's lost his teammates. It's all about a Snappy hero play. And he's gone. The grenade searches him out, finds him. VP have the A bomb site, and NiP have a safe call.
Yeah, but the long player died in the process of all that. Snappy does everything he could. Lovely damage, not enough kills. I thought he might have... Oh, man, that's a brutal way for this to go down. Op shifts towards the back of platform, which is going to allow the riflers more mobility to double up on defense outside of mid, which is where most of the forces from Virtus.pro are heading, led by Electronic.
He's marched his way out through the mid doors. We got Ujorks and Shush in a really powerful double setup here. One on the lower angle. Ujork's going to be so successful. He takes a double and he doesn't go down. He doesn't fall. No. Snappy's gone down here for NiP, but that's the only player with 20 seconds left. VP making the acceleration up through short, trying to get into that A bomb site, but look who's waiting for them. Ours DOS flies away, and he's got the double to close out the round here, and Icy left with 3 HP.
Really good shift up, I think, from I mean, obviously for NiP, the op in the B bomb site, the 2 rifles getting out towards mid. I mean, even the flashbang from Virtus.pro is perfect. But it's all the fact that Ujorks gets his double kill. Shush is completely blind, has no chance of helping him out. And that might have been a little bit ambitious for VP to hit another mid to B split. And it's perfectly played. First round on the board for NiP.
Here's NC looking through the mid doors, and it's going to work out. So boosts it on his teammate's head, wins that ult battle versus Wrinkle down middle. And NiP have to play with a deficit straight away.
And once again, they might have the right read of the situation.
Well, 55 seconds. Here goes Ujorks from the window. Not going to be able to take too much down. Flash going out over the top of the door. He'll go for the peek into the open, but Electronic with that headshot cuts open the big bomb site. Now Shush under a lot of pressure, and Icy is the man to make sure that he's gone. So Aristos forced into the open, Flames into the fight. Icy on the second. Fighting fire with ice. Has worked out well here for VP.
And I mean, that one's a gut punch if you're the Ninjas. Once again, you're just like, you know, we're going to call the bluff and we're going to think you do another mid to B split back to back.
Yeah, starting to see a world in which Ancient is coming up pretty soon. We expected VP to be much better on this map, and that's exactly what we're seeing from them. A team that won 0 T rounds. They did get a bomb plant on the T side of Train, has come out and are now leading 6-1 on the T side early. Wrinkle went down early in the previous round. He was the first to go down, and oh my god, he gets away with it. Nice flick back. His teammate's gone, but Wrinkle making sure it's a quick trade. Here comes Aristos on the backside. They're going to run up. They're going to be quick about this on VP side, but they might just barrel back into what would have been an MP9. He tried to get the AK out, but Flick catches him in that quick switch moment. So Shush trying to step up, trying to be the hero, but he gets caught in an awkward position, and it's all Wrinkle. A second shot, a second kill, and they'll run back into the B bomb site, hopping out of the window to the back of the platform, but VP realized they don't need to rush into anything.
Yeah, I think you just go up catwalk and just say, screw the op. We don't need to mess with it whatsoever. So they'll leave a lurk, and that even seems like a little bit much. Snappy's going to be alone in a 1v2, gets himself over the corner. Oh, they don't expect it, but the fight's there anyways. Gets a little bit of damage, and now Electronic's there to make sure that Wrinkle can't get close, and it's another round win from Virtus.pro, 7-1. And you can start to feel now that NiP realized this map has completely slipped out of their grasp. Now you're starting to see the individuals try and make plays, trying to make a very fast play, hit a timing, get a flank that's going to get you a triple kill. Everyone's looking for the round-winning play.
He's killing everybody. Yeah, he really was trying to get that going on the AWP solo at the start of the round, right? And Wrinkle was sprinting back to B, thinking it's going to be a VP rush into that site. He does so much in the round, some great shots from him. It's just unfortunate it doesn't lead to anything for his squad. 7-1.
I mean, you can also just, I mean, this is going to be the case on probably any map in the pool, but if you look at the Dust 2, the recent matches played by NiP, you can get a sense of...
No way.
He loses the AWP as well. Oh, right at the end. That's a rough find. That one sucks if you're Wrinkle. But if you look at some of the recent competition from NiP, you can just see the kind of like...
2 years ago, Snappy was flying out to Dallas in the U.S. to get a trophy win.
His first trophy.
Yeah, his first Tier 1 trophy.
First career S-tier trophy.
This year he's flying out to Philadelphia, Vegas to get some VRS points.
North America does good work for him, right?
Yeah,
He's
it
got
gets
a
him back
couple
in the game. He's saving his career at the moment. We'll see how it goes a little bit down the line. But we got Flip making his way through middle. It's a double kill on the AK-47. Snappy to quickly nip it behind him, but there's no round here. It'll be 8-1 for VP.
We should just get Snappy to move here. He could captain a North American team. We need some in-game leaders here. We need some experience.
Eventually.
We need some teachers. Some people are going to pass the knowledge of Counter-Strike on. So Snappy, load up the kids, load up the family. We've got Disney World. I mean, much like T-side nuke on train, or I mean, excuse me, T-side train. NiP on the CT side feels like they don't even have a chance. Like they're not even getting close.
Well, here goes our. There goes Aristos.
And here he is. Okay,
and he's gone.
done.
Yeah, he's not had a round there. He's had a bit of a nightmare, in fact. Need to take risks. Need to try and be hero. One of those is certainly Wrinkle. Gonna play at the car, and he's gonna get away with one here on Pyjamas. He knows the player's in the pit. It's a difficult shot to land on just the head, peering over the top, so couldn't connect it as we go under 1 minute on the clock.
Good defense as well from the bomb side. Just a quick peek from the M4. It's risky, but a couple tags bring the HP down very low for Fame over in pit. Wrinkle's going to shift around the smoke, finds the escape route, and he's out. So now Electronic going to try and open up Plan B.
Oh, and Shush is going to make sure that Plan B is ineffective. Could this be a round victory for NiP as Wrinkle able to get a follow-up? Fame to go down, and really should be no world in which NiP let this go in the final 30 seconds of the round. The bomb's all the way back at spawn, so 2 rounds for NiP. Quicker opening to the round because he definitely had enough to get an AK out, and yeah, look at that spawn. It's a heavy B. So Flip to go down mid. The rest of VP charging into the B bomb site. Shush has got to step up here. Good opening kill. Goes to the back of the pillar to peek into the open again. He's under a lot of pressure, but he's handling it well. He's got Udrix to come in, but Udrix getting traded after his 1 kill of the round. But Shush just staying alive is massive, and his teammates are taking kills, and Shush, he's taking names. He's got himself the final here as well. Electronic put in the body bag, and we've got another round here for NiP.
Yep. There you go. Shush again, just like Train, stepping it up. So it gives him a little bit of energy with that kind of a triple kill and that kind of hold on to the bomb site. And finally, 2 rounds strung together. But again, we said their only chance was winning the last remaining rounds of this CT side. They're 1 round away from doing that, and this time, Wrinkle slides in to win the fight.
Yeah, able to get it, and now there's a quick long response from VP trying to chase down that long defender, and it's going to work. Snappy's gone. So the trade's at least there. Wrinkle coming back to try and plug the gap, and he'll detect that no one from VP is following up on that kill yet.
Snappy not able to hustle and get into cover in time. Now we've got one at the car, tucked himself down. Small target, hiding behind the windows. Udrix waiting for his moment to pop up, and it might be now.
Oh, here comes the rifle. Udrix, low HP right in front of him. Can use that smoke to try and delay them, cut them off. Grenade going out as well. He steps back away from the flames. It won't burn him to a crisp. He'll maintain his position at the car as Flit tries to construct a kill out of this AWP, but damage being done to the CTs around that smoke. Electronic with a follow-up kill. Utrecht's waiting, dropping back into a CT, gets caught.
Just had to have that AK-47.
Yeah, he needed it.
He couldn't play the game without that AK. He had to have it. He needed it, and now he's gone down, and it's Aristos, the last one left, and he tucks himself behind the boxes.
Well, he's still got his teammate Shush. He's still got Shush rotating in through CT spawn, and Aristos is the only player that can really make the magic happen to kick things off. So he frees up his teammate. Flash going into the sky. Last round of the half as NiP desperately searched for an essential 4th round victory. Oh my god, he actually cleared the smoke. He just spammed the smoke and caught Flamus in it. Defuse being stuck inside of the smoke. It's done. It's cooked. It completely overcooked. And it's a 4th round here for NiP. They do secure it at the end of the half. It was a little touch and go throughout that final round, but in the end, it's the Ninjas.
Smoke flash remaining for Snappy for NiP's pistol round, and it feels like they're committed to a catwalk play. Virtus.pro did something very similar, but they fell back and faked the mid to B split. That element's not here for this attack.
Well, flash into the sky. Icy. Can he do anything with this? He can. So it's another headshot. Going away the CT side here. Icy keeping it clean. A second kill, but his teammate's not able to do anything. And so Icy eventually goes down, joins the rest of his teammates, and we've got a 3v2. And the retake looks impossible thanks to that kill from Wrinkle through the CT smoke. So it's a quick pistol round victory in the end once Wrinkle steps up with a triple. And NiP absolutely back here in Dust 2. They went missing for so much of this second map.
I know, that's going to be frustrating, but I'll tell you what, if they win it, I guarantee you Snappy mentions it in the post-game interview. Be like, the fact that we recovered from falling asleep throughout the entirety of the first half, he's going to be very proud of that if it's to come to fruition. And all Virtus.pro's hoping at the moment, Icy and Flamus are just like, we have the utility, let's posture and defend enough to force them towards the stack. We don't have to win any fights at the A site. We have to be intimidating enough that they choose to go B, and it's exactly what's happened.
Well, three-man setup inside the B bomb side, flit through the window, pinned to the wall. Udrik's opening up, and here come NiP attacking in. Molotov to the back of the car, Electronic burned into the open. Oh my god, he got a second. Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough to keep his team alive with a dream in this round? Oh, no way. Why have you done that? Oh, Wrinkle has to save it now. AK-47, his teammates giving it away. And Wrinkle has to save the day. VP have time. They have one flash, one smoke. They come through the window. Wrinkle not clean on the first kill. In fact, he doesn't pick it up at all. And so they're into the site. Wrinkle on the headshot, and he can't get it. Icy comes in, sweeping him away, runs around and finds the defuse. And that is a blunder and a half on the peak at window that has cost them a crucial round win here on their path to closing this gap.
Yeah, Snappy might just be banging his forehead against the desk right now. That peak is, that's one of those peaks that's like, it's Wrinkle to chuck out utility, and he'll come in late for the clutch. They just have to get past Fame's MP9.
Here they come, charging in. He knows how many numbers are here. Can he do anything about it, though? The answer to that is no. In fact, it is 2 clean entries from NiP.
That was always going to be tough when you just saw how the teams lined up out of spawn. When you saw the MP9 there alone and the idea of Snappy and NiP just to pop into this B bomb site, that was always going to be a very difficult round with just an MP9. So Virtus.pro save. It's a clean win. It's an easy win and an easy call. NiP's up to 6. 5 rounds separating these two teams going into round 18. Virtus.pro at 11, NiP at 6. They've got AK-47s and a couple of Galils, and it's very fast out towards long. Look at all the flames. Udrix can go nowhere. No safety, and 2 opening kills for VP.
Yeah, that's a huge step into map point. Going to take a miraculous recovery of round 18 for NiP to even get into a competitive position here. And they're going to send 2 players up short, leaving a mid-lurk. That mid-lurk is Shush. And he's caught by Electronic. He'll look down towards CT spawn. So the final thrust of the attack is through short. And it might not be much of a thrust at all.
Yeah, I think this is, it's gotten to the point where I think you can see these last 2 rounds, Snappy's trying to get a little bit creative during this stretch with those calls, change things up from the spread default and catch his opposition off a little bit off guard while their money is rough, while they don't have all the weapons they would want, while they don't have all the utility they want, trying to be creative and getting into these bomb sites. Just not working. So down the stretch, it feels like NiP's run out of steam on Dust 2.
Well, Snappy unable to win the fight at short. And Aristos caught looking in so many different directions, being shot at from multiple different players, and we see VP go to map point on Dust 2.
Yeah, 6 chances to close it out, take us to Ancient as that third and decider. It's looking very, very likely at the moment.
Just try and listen out for some sound cues, some information you can pick up. You can hear the steps just behind that Xbox. Waiting for them to come through the doors, but are they? Are they going to come through? Electronic forced into the open with the flames. Oh, it's awkward, but he gets away. And now he's looking to hunt down Shush, but Shush able to come out on top. And what is that? Second shot as he flicks out, opens up a chance to the B bomb site. Fame looking to close it. Looking to close the map. As Aristos waits, he comes out of the tunnels. Fame is looking right there. Aristos trying to draw his attention. 40 seconds on the clock. The bomb still waits in middle.
Yeah, but Fame this whole time can be getting split. He almost has to be a little bit aggressive towards the tunnels because he realizes mid's kind of an issue. There's another smoke up. He doesn't have a teammate to slow them down. This is all on Fame. An extended, essentially 1 versus 4, it feels.
Let's see if he can pick it up. And oh, Fame, he shuts them down and then gets traded out eventually by Utrix. And it's not really looking like it's going to be enough. His teammate's so far away. So even with all that effort, even with all that output, it's not enough to put VP in a position to close out the map here and now. Double up setup here for VP. Is that the key to unlock Ancient? Oh!
Damn. All right.
Okay.
Well, the chains have been taken off. Snappy's just been like, all right, everyone show me the reason why we picked you up. Shush gave him last round. Wrinkles gave him a nice pick here. 5-on-4 for NiP.
Did NiP bring those back? I am gonna lose my mind, Jason.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet, Dinko. Give us some time.
That's what I'm saying it now. Getting in early.
We're getting in early, buying the dip. Oh, baby. That's Icy with the ult posted up has gone down. Electronic has to give up the site, so Flamus is left alone, and now frustration setting in.
Just knocking on the door. But it won't open yet.
All right, well, now that you've said that, now that you've opened up the comeback conversation,
All right, yeah.
there's going to be 4 rounds remaining at 8-12. VP's out of money. We saw in those camera shots as players going down and dying, getting a little bit frustrated. And I think that's what you have to hold off. You've played this map and you've played this so well up until this point. It is not the time for panic if you're VP. So you save this next round. You've got money for an op moving forward. Yeah, but it's weird too, because like we see Shush a lot in like more like lurky late roundy positions, but it feels like, oh, there we go, Icy. He's got it back. Good peek in. Him and Wrinkle have had that battle, what, 3 times? I think twice it's turned in the favor of Icy.
He's not stopping. He's going for the second pick. If he flicks here, it's going to be a special shot. Okay, Icy. That should be it now. He's got 2 kills to open things up. VP, if Icy can do something else around these pistols, maybe they can close the map here and now. He's actually got a chance for a 3rd kill. Oh my god, he's got the 3rd kill. 1 player with the AWP might be enough for VP to close out this map.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd go for the hero up in this round, to be honest with you, because I didn't think you could get even anything worthwhile around it. But the fact that Icy has just busted this out, and why not? He was 19-6 coming into it, but it's not done yet. Into a 2-on-2 we go. Outside of those ops, there's been nothing. Now an AK recovered for Fame. And the tough thing for NiP is getting the bomb to the site with such a long amount of time for Virtus.pro to figure out how to work this.
George is so low. He is so incredibly low in health here.
But he's got this information, right? You're telling Shush, hey bro, and he's got a smoke.
Dude, he crosses. Oh, the missed shot. Icy had a chance, but unable to take it. Now the plant coming in for the short post-plant position, but the long flight coming in. It's quick from Fame.
But it was already heard this whole way. Shush knows.
But will he win the fight? Will he win the fight when he decides to take it? Jerk's waiting. Here comes Icy. Missed shot. Time ticking. Long fight goes the way of NiP, and that's it. Icy can't win it. Despite 3 kills to kick things off, not enough done for the rest of his teammates on those little pistols. It's a valiant attempt, and a safe call is not bad.
I think now there's almost like that pressure of NiP realizing it's actually possible. We saw the leashes come off. We saw individuals challenge. Well, Snappy's trying to change the style again. He's pulled the leashes right back on. They saw that jump up, but can't stop it. Smoke broken. 2 kills.
Yeah, 2 kills. That might just be enough now. Dust 2 waits in the brink, and no scope from Wrinkle. Shush fighting back. NiP staying in this again.
Nobody peek. Nobody peek. Nobody peek. Get in the bomb site. Don't peek window. Don't even think about peeking the double doors. Just get into a good position. Set up a crossfire.
Play the 2v2. And Shush, he knows. He's not the kind of player to walk through that window. But will he catch the timing on when his opponent decides to walk through? Flamus teeing himself up, ready to go forward. Shush to let them fly. First contact made. Shush underneath. Second. Oh, just around that corner. And Icy's bailing out. He's not going to win this one. And NiP get up to 10 rounds, a closely contested round, down to the final few moments, but it's NiP that come out on top of it, and we are now 2 rounds back from getting into overtime.
Bro, now if you're VP, you're just like, it's happening again. Why can't we just win? Why can't we just close this out? This was 12-6. Now 4 in a row for NiP to bring this back within striking distance.
If VP can close it here, and Fame takes that first step. Flash into the sky. Surely there's no way the double F combo. Making F's in chat for NiP. It's another kill from Fame. It's a 2v2 all of a sudden. Oh my god, no! Not like this! NiP all the way to the brink! But it's their savior in Shush, who needs to win this in a 1v2. We talk so much about how good he's been, how impactful he's been. No round more important than this one on Dust 2, and they walk right into him. And it's Fame to come out on top of it. VP stopped the full comeback right at the end. A 13-11 win on Dust 2, and we got Ancient because of that. And NiP was so much for Snappy. He's got the full B execute ready to go. Smokes and flashes raining on it. And the rotation of a 4th player over for VP's defense is arriving. So this is about to be a bloodbath inside of the B bomb site. We've got Arrow's Dots coming in with a double. It's great work. Flamus and Flit both gone inside of the site. Plant being confirmed.
Plan being confirmed, and Arrow's Dots has given them a 5-on-3. And, I mean, it looks like they're already calling for the save. Fame is backed off. Icy and Electronic are going to use that smoke to cross off. Excuse me, Fame's actually coming in for a very long flank through T-spawn. And there's no kits. So, I mean, this, I think more than, I don't even know. You can't win this round. Exits aren't really all that useful. And there's Arrow's with another one. 3 kills in the round for him. Going to force back the 4th player. And that's the pistol for NiP.
Yeah, Fame's just going to wait outside of the B doors. There is no exit to be found. No one's pushing towards him. So, yeah. Nice and slow. And we still got a 5v5 with Udrorix making his way through Red Room. Electronic and Flit just out to the right side. It's going to be a double push in towards the CTs, and Electronic's going to take both.
Yeah, really nice job from him. Just standing tall, steps into the fights, wins both of them. And this hit from Arrow's has been stalled out for quite some time. So as he exits the choke point, no way of knowing where Fame is going to be. And Wrinkle's left all alone, 1v4. He's got another, going to desperately try and get the plant, but here's the swing from Temple. That ain't ever going down. So 2-1. Little bit of an early frustrating engagement that he'll be able to get over quickly. Wrinkle's going to make the run over towards K very quickly through the flames. Mac 10, P250, and actually steps through the fire. Oh, they're going to hit this B-bomb site real quickly. Here we go. This is shades of old school Ents. And Flamus has got nothing to do. Snappy's brought his signature style back.
And we were talking about this earlier. You were in particular talking about Snappy and his day's events and how Ancient always was a really fun map to watch for them. Udrorix not making any secret about his whereabouts. Stepping loudly as he descends from heaven to middle, and now gets ready for the final play into the A site. 35 seconds. Fame primed and ready, but the flash comes in, severs his vision. Icy off the boost. He's got his teammate, but all the kills from NiP come in at the crucial seconds. Bomb site taken, bomb planted. Electronic getting one from Donut might just reopen the conversation with that kill.
That's not bad. It's given them an opportunity. Do they actually want to go for this? There's no money in the bank. They would lose everything and back to a save with just 1 round underneath their belt. Flamus under some fire, backs away, and there goes his teammate.
Well, Flamus have to do it all alone now. He's got a little bit of time left. He's quite heavily committed, but he can back away. And that is the call for Flamus, is to retreat back into CT spawn. Will he get across? Yes, he will. Nice tap.
Yeah, really nice tap, but the round's going to be won by NiP, so 4-1. And yeah, you save this FAMAS, but that's nothing to be super excited about. Let's see what they can do with it. Molotov down, Wrinkle wants to challenge, and he eats a nade on top of it. Layered utility. And we know Wrinkle loves those fights, and we know Wrinkle's very, very good at those fights, but this time, not even a chance, not even a glimpse at the fight he wanted. But Snappy might just actually get a little crazy. They could actually just pop into B off the back of this. They already have Udrorix in position over at the Beehive.
Oh, there's Udrorix. Flamus to fall. And the 4v4 established off the back of those kills, but it's so back and forth. Another kill, but a team kill comes in. Shush removing his own teammate. It's chaos inside of the B bomb site. And Shush has a 1v2 left in front of him. Doesn't have the info of where the second player is. He knows exactly where Fame is, but they're doubled up. And Shush gets that read now. Spots Icy, back turn, needed the kill. Now they double peek him, and Icy even wins it with a USP.
Oh man, he had the exact fight. Shush does great work. I think maybe a little bit of trigger discipline, but I mean, in that situation, a tense situation, you're pulling that.
All right, VP needed it. Not out of the woods just yet. Is NiP able to come back with another strong buy? And it's a simple call here from Snappy. It's a quick A play. Flamus needs to ready himself. He needs to steady his stance as they come in towards him. Waits in behind the tall box. No one's checked him. No one has checked his position, and Flamus unravels two. Nearly a third kill out of it as well. Gets a dink before going down to Arizdos. That's some huge impact coming in from him. We got NiP putting the bomb down, but Flit with the kill just after that. The planter not able to get back to safety, and Aristos, remember, got dinked earlier, so he's only got 10 HP as he fights on.
Oh, I can't believe he's got another one, though. Nice and quick. That's a good find to get into some safety. However, Electronic with the MP9, and you've got low HP, and you're not expecting Temple. You are now. Aristos goes down for free. It's all on Snappy, and they know exactly where he is, and Icy can block him off, and that's the kill. That's the round. Virtus.pro get 3.
Not bad at all. Great recovery. I mean, that is just not checking the tall box. Like, one of the strongest positions from behind that box, and they just don't even look at it. Flamus is loving the fact he gets 2.
So good job from Flamus. Still quite a grind to win that round even after the double kill, but he does enough to make NiP uncomfortable. And now it's back down to a really haggard buy. Galil's and a MAC-10, but the MAC-10 works on Snappy. Because why the hell not? It doesn't make any sense, but we love it.
Yeah, that's what Snappy does, man. He's done it throughout his career. He's really good on the SMGs, just throws balls to the wall, runs out mid, gets himself 2 kills on it.
And it's so frustrating. Even, like, I mean, I have fun watching it, but I do in my head, I'm like, why is a MAC-10 working this well? Why is it only on Snappy's teams?
Well, it could still go the other way here.
Could still go the other way.
Electronics waiting for the donut player. He's not alone. He's got Flamus. He's teeing him up with a flashbang.
There's a 2-man stack in here, though.
Yeah, but do they? If they get the, oh, they don't. They don't take Udrix down, and so yeah, the 2-man stack should be impossible to penetrate. And Electronic, in fact, doesn't want any of that. So he's going to fall away. We are looking at a 6th round win for NiP, and the MAC-10, it gets the job done. Now
you've got Snappy finding 2 of them in mid. So this kind of like switch up of when you're throwing that low risk weapon into the fire has worked out really well for him.
Wrinkle's turn to try and get involved in an early fight. He's lost half of his health from that grenade dropping in on him. Flit, though, gets the opening kill. And it's going to be a commitment through B, trying to get through this. Wrinkle throwing bodies at the problem here, but Electronic cleaning up. MP9 into the double kill. We're starting to get a real back and forth game to kick off Ancient now. No one being able to string rounds together. Icy coming around the back. Shush going down to the ground. And 2 rounds left in this half. VP have a chance to tie things up. Fame just having a little jiggle, a little wiggle into the cave. He's going to spot them running towards him. He's going to pull out that AK.
As well.
Looks like he's a little stressed out trying to deal with the ramp play and the cave push coming in. So the Tech 9s erupt. And suddenly NiP with just enough time to put that bomb down. And we'll go through. A 3v2 is still in their favor, as they have some picked up weapons as well. Looking for a 7-5 half on the T side of Ancient.
I think they got it.
They dig in deep into the post plant. They've got a mid flank coming in as well.
Flit's got 7
with a
health.
peek from the site. Shoes gives 1 away. The last 2 players are pretty low. Snappy's flank on 69 HP. He's coming around the backside with a Tech 9. They're not reading this play. They're not reading the flank. Snappy's power position comes in with a kill on Flit, and it's all on Icy. Gets 1, taps the defuse, trying to draw Snappy into it, but he doesn't buy it. He doesn't believe it. And so he's just won it by not peeking, not giving him that stick, and that'll end up being a 7th round for NiP secured at the end with Tech 9s.
I mean, essentially 3 low buy round wins in this half for NiP. You had the MAC-10 through cave to start things off. You had Snappy's MAC-10 in middle, and now you have this kind of slow. And for NiP, it's an upset on the cards for their opening map of PGL Astana. Now, if you're just joining us, we're in here for the pregame for the opening map coming into this series. A win here for NiP would move them up 12 places in the VRS. Good opening kill from Icy. A 5-on-4 advantage for VP.
Arizdos up next.
This is going to be tricky because Virtus.pro is going all the way back around through T-spawn back towards B. So depending on how Udrix decides to play this, he could just get caught. Yep.
That's exactly what happens. As soon as you say Udrix goes down, a minute left. Rotation coming over of Shush to try and just bolster that B bomb site defense. There's a pathway for VP to just bail out from B, completely go back into the A play, and they're going to do that now. Starting to move forward. They've got an empty A site confirmed to them by Flit, who is now running through.
Great calling from Electronic. Has given his team a really easy pistol round. You know, the opening pick and middle, you go back and you find the aggressive B player, and then you're like, they have to over-rotate. 3 versus 5. They have to respect this B bomb site and over-rotate, so let's just go and find the free one.
Molly goes into the donut. Here comes the close clearance. Icy's going to win that fight despite the advantage looked like it was in the hands of Shush, and they don't pick anybody up on that attempted retake. So 6 rounds for VP. They win the pistol.
Good job from Icy. Impacting the pistol with that P250. There is a second round buy. Or a 14th round buy, whichever way you want to look at it. MP9's on Wrinkle and Shush.
Oh, look at this. Oh my god. They run right by him. Oh my god. Shush gets away with a double. Is there more? There absolutely is. Shoots with a triple kill, and he just keeps going. Nearly 4 for 1 man. Going aggressive into A main. VP run into the MP9.
Now, if you're okay, those are the kills you can't give up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't even. I don't even necessarily fault Snappy. That's a jiggle. That's a really nice shot from Flit. He's trying to keep information. Look at the position of Wrinkle. As long as he doesn't move and he's going to hear these footsteps, this round's done.
It's an absolute free kill here. No problem for Wrinkle. Oh my god.
Shush.
Dude, I thought they might just eco this round. NiP force buy, and Shush gets so much done.
No, just too good for him, huh? It's just too good for him, he says. I like that. That is a massive hurdle inside the server for Virtus.pro to overcome. It's a massive hurdle mentally for them to overcome.
And Shush just doesn't stop. Another multi-kill opener. Oh my god, Shush. Okay. Go and get all of them.
Yeah, he's too damn good for him, he said. He's just proven it.
Dude, what is it with Shush in the second half in this series, dude? Like, he has a 6 second half on Train. Brilliant second half on Dust 2 that nearly allows the full comeback. And now, he's doing this on Ancient. He's a second half player.
Yeah, he's... You need to limit this economy somehow. Playing the game on Nightmare mode, down 4.
It's quick into the attack. Flick going 1 for 1 with Snappy. Electronic making sure that it's quick work. And he's going to slip back into the smoke safely. So 4v3 for VP. They've got the advantage here in round 17.
Yeah, but look what all this aggression activated. It opened up the option for Udrix to make this kind of a play. And he had the courage to step through the smoke and see that it's clear. He can be a menace on this map. Now, it's unfortunate because he's so far away in this pushback at T-spawn, they can still kind of rotate back into where he just vacated. So actually, Wrinkle can't really leave the B bomb site or believe that it's clear. Making sure as the smoke fades that he's not going to get flanked out, but Virtus.pro's pacing on this has been too fast. They found the perfect gap. And Wrinkle, I think, is going to be surprised when he comes back. Still wins it, though.
Mollied back. His teammates so far away from this, but there's still time on that fuse. Wrinkle, grenade going around the corner. Is going to land on Icy. Important kill here for Fame to take 1. On his second. Okay, Fame has done it. He's held on to this round for his team.
Udrix makes that play for the big flank, and it just never comes to fruition.
As they attack towards elbow. And Snappy's just moved out into B-lane. So I guess this is the crazy play from him. And it's worked out. Well done, Snappy. Come out on top. Looks down, finds Flamus. And a 5v4 off the back of the in-game leader's move.
And now you have complete B lane control as well. Like, Snappy's even peeking towards the jump up. He's got 2 teammates over in middle who are saying mid's clear. So, I mean, they pretty much know there's nothing going on. Molly towards elbow is going to activate Dose to get aggressive along with Wrinkle. He had to have heard the footstep in the flames. So the ult now in position, and Wrinkle misses the opportunity. It was set up and orchestrated so nicely. But Snappy's there for 2 more, because why the hell not? Triple kill for the IGL.
Now here comes the rush. It's going to be UDDIK to drop Electronic, and it's all done. It's going to be 11 rounds to 7. NiP might just walk out of this round unscathed as well. They can keep all 5 players alive. Icy's walking out into the open. The AWP should bring him down, and in fact, that is the result. So 5 players up for NiP, building that money into the late stages of this 3rd and final map.
Trying to gain the VRS points necessary for invites, trying to qualify for events, and looking to capitalize now that they finally accomplished that goal.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, they climbed 12 places, getting a win here, and they're damn close to doing it. 1 round away. Electronic going out over the top. It's Aras to take him off the top of heaven. Flit to go into the open. Wrinkle with a missed shot, fully committed in middle, so he goes down. Oh, Flit on the follow-up.
Look at the flank, though. Snappy's already pushed out A main. He's been getting crazy the last few rounds, and they're going to get stuck. They're going to get bottlenecked in T mid. Snappy's got a great chance.
Oh, he doesn't take it. He goes a little further, realizes he has to take that kill. There was a timing for Flamus to look back, but now they know they've been flanked.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
He just crossed with a flash. Oh. He just crossed with a flash in his hand. He gets away with one. He gets away with it. Under a minute left as Fame moves forward. He's going to try and track him back into CT, but this time UDDIK has his gun out, and this time UDDIK is going to step up with a kill. So VP fall to 2 players, but he's given up the B bomb site.
Yeah, that's a footstep. That's why Flame tries to make that play. He's like, okay, I just heard footsteps run to the A bomb site. That was the B rotator. B bomb site's got to be wide open, and indeed it is. Snappy hasn't budged over from elbow. So once again, going to be a 2v3 post plant in the favor of NiP, but they've got to orchestrate how to cross all this ground. Smoke just goes up at the box. Snappy's got a flank, but he's on his own for quite some time. And NiP decide the retake, the play is all 3 players coming from the flank, and they should, you'd imagine, bait Aras.
NiP to close the series. Their opening game here of PGL Astana 2025, a 3v2 retake into the site, time ticking on the fuse. Icy's got a headshot. Aras goes down. UDDIK's burning time is of the essence, and Snappy gets taken away by Icy, and we play on. VP not dead yet. And we'll move forward into another round victory on what has to be a stellar comeback.
Yeah, somehow they've made another round just work.
Snappy goes out into the open. It's another aggressive maneuver on the CT side that has given Snappy the player advantage to work with.
But no mobility, no move, no rotation from NiP just yet.
Aras, here's them running towards Donut's, going to deploy that smoke, try and slow them down, but they've got to come through it. There's only 29 seconds left, so they blow it open. Here comes Flit. Oh!
Terrible setup. That is a terrible setup.
Yeah, they both just play in the open. Makes it easy for that A main player to come in. No strength in that whatsoever. And NiP into the save.
That's an unforced error, too. It's not like Virtus.pro did anything to force them into that setup. It's not like they took away options with utility. That is just kind of, I think, getting lost in the moment and then realizing you're in a situation, Aras, where he's blocked off Donut, and he feels like his only option is to just kind of sit there or get aggressive in A main, but he doesn't know numbers anywhere. So just kind of played himself. But with the money, NiP can afford to an extent a round like that where they just say, all right, well, back off, and we've got money to replenish Shush and Aras.
Terrorists win.
Well, UDDIK goes down at the end, but the AWP saved, and Snappy's rifle as well. But that's another round where NiP get an opening kill. You know, Snappy's aggressive play coming out. He gets that opening pick, and they... Now, we all remember the comeback on Dust 2 from NiP. Got it to the final round of regulation. And then it got closed out. Flit, he's going to kill himself. Combined with the damage of Wrinkle. Aras aggressive off the top of the ledge. Catches Flamus. We're now looking at a 5v3. And NiP, you surely cannot let this one go.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. It's like, you know, we couldn't do the 5-on-4s, but the 5-on-3s should be just fine. And now make it a 5-on-2. As Electronic, a desperate play out of the smoke in middle. It's all down to Fame and Icy at B ramp, and they're going to try and force their way in, and they've done
Bang.
it.
There's no way. Surely. Fame is dragging them back into a competitive position again. Plant coming in. Fame's going to make sure he dodges those bullets coming through the wood, and we've got a 2v3 post plant that they can actually win. We've seen them in a situation like this before.
This ain't a 2v3 post plant. This is a 2 versus 5 round. This should be impossible.
Fame was the hero in the post plan just a few rounds ago, but he's gone now. So it's all on Icy and a missed shot and a missed opportunity. It's going to be NiP coming in their opening game of the competition here at PGL Astana 2025. They've got a win versus Virtus.pro, a 2-1.